In this video, I'm going to show you what workout program I follow to achieve a strong muscular lower chest. Pectorals, or pecs, are important to a balanced body. In fact, for many men, training this particular part of the body can be a sore subject since no one likes having a flabby lower chest. Moreover, the lower chest is one of the harder body parts to train due to the lack of variations and limited motion ranges. This comprehensive video guide will lead you to an attractive lower chest. Does a dumbbell pullover work for this specific goal? What about the jackhammer pushdown? Should this be included as well? For this specific workout, I've compiled some of the incredible upper body moves that are guaranteed to chisel out your lower pecs. Also, make sure to stay tuned until the end so you'll know what my favorite exercise is for achieving a well-defined lower chest. Number 1. Decline bench press. The flat bench press is beneficial, but other variations like the decline press are also amazing at strengthening your lower chest muscles. The main purpose of this exercise is to engage the lower pecs. During the top movement of the exercise, your lower pecs work to extend your arms. Meanwhile, in the downward motion, your lower pecs and the front of your shoulder, aka anterior deltoid, work to flex your arms. To do a decline bench press, first, you must decline the bench at a 15 to 30 degree angle. Now, start by securing your feet at the end of the bench and lying down with your eyes under the barbell. Grip the bar with your palms facing forward and arms slightly wider than shoulder width apart. From there, straighten your arms to raise the weight from the rack and then move it over your shoulders, locking your elbows. Slowly lower the weight until it touches your mid-chest while keeping your elbows 45 degrees from your body. Pause for a second before you lift the barbell to the starting position, locking your elbows, and then take another moment to pause. Of course, if we're talking about upper body exercises, there's no way I can leave out number 2, chest dip. The chest dip is one of the most advanced body weight exercises to develop the lower chest since it allows you to utilize your body for resistance instead of external weights. It requires a dip station or parallel bars, but instead of the more common variety of hitting the triceps, you're changing the angle to target the pecs. Leaning forward is the best way to put more emphasis on your chest. Because dips are more challenging than some, I recommend you do it early in your training, first or second exercise. To do a chest dip, start by gripping the bars and then using your arms to push your body up above them. Now, bend your arms and lean your torso forward. Continue lowering your body until you feel a good stretch in your chest. This typically occurs when your elbows are at 90 degrees. Push through your elbows to lift your body back up above the bars. If you're using a dip bar with a foot support, you can use it to assist you until it's time to start doing reps. Another exercise to incorporate into your lower chest workout is the high cable fly. Not so familiar with this? I'll tell you more about it in a little bit. Number 3, decline dumbbell chest fly. If you've done the dumbbell fly, then this one is a variation of it that's used to specifically hit the chest muscles. Through the use of a decline angle, more emphasis is placed on the lower chest. What sets the fly apart from many chest exercises is its use of adduction to move the arms instead of a pressing motion. As a result, it works the chest muscles while being stretched, providing a unique challenge and helping define and strengthen your pecs. To do a decline dumbbell chest fly, first, grab a dumbbell for each hand using a neutral grip, as in palms facing in. Position the ends of the weights in your hip crease and sit down on a decline bench. Now, lie back and keep the weights close to your chest. From there, take a deep breath, then press the dumbbells to lock out at the top. Slightly retract your shoulder blades, unlock your elbows, and slowly lower the weights laterally while keeping the same angle at your elbows. Once the weights are the same level as your chest, reverse the movement by squeezing your pecs together and bringing the weights back to their starting position. Without allowing the dumbbells to touch, start the next repetition and so on. From the decline bench, let's move on to the cable machine. You'd be surprised by how much this particular cable exercise recruits your lower chest muscles. Number 4, jackhammer pushdown. Think of this as an inverted tricep pushdown. The jackhammer pushdown targets and builds the lower chest with its unique angle of a torso leaned forward and elbows out wide. This also reduces the involvement of your triceps, placing more work on your chest instead. Moreover, the constant tension brought by the cable-loaded weights makes this exercise one of the best for lower chest hypertrophy. To do a jackhammer pushdown, attach the short, straight bar handle onto the cable machine on a high setting, the same way you would with a standard triceps pushdown. Face the machine about 1 foot back. Plant your legs firmly and hinge forward slightly at the hips so that your torso is leaning in towards the cable. Grip the handle with your palms facing down and your elbows flared out wide to the sides. While doing the push-down motion and extending your elbows, let them come inward. Pause at the bottom of the movement when your elbows are fully locked out. Slowly return to the starting position, resisting the fall of the weight stack on the cable as your elbows flare back out. This next lower chest exercise is perfect for when you don't have a decline bench and your only tool is a pair of dumbbells. Number 5. Glute Bridge Floor Press, also known as the Dumbell Hip Extension Floor Press. This exercise improves your hip mobility and glute strength while working your lower chest muscle fibers. It allows you to leverage the body positioning by using a decline bench by performing the exercise while holding a glute bridge. As such, it comes with other benefits besides hitting the lower chest. To do a glute bridge floor press, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, holding a dumbbell in each hand and your palms facing one another. Move your elbows away from your torso as you press through your feet, raising your hips into a strong glute bridge position. Once you're in the bridge position, press the weights straight up as if performing a chest press until your elbows are fully extended. Slowly drop the dumbbells toward your armpits until just before your elbows make contact with the floor. Pause for several seconds while keeping your elbows from fully touching down, and then press back up for the next rep. Number 6. High Cable Fly. This exercise is great for stretching the chest muscles and taking them through a large range of motion for better muscle building potential. Additionally, because of the constant tension from the cable machine, your muscles are under tension longer, leading to improved hypertrophy. The positioning, as in a forward lean of the torso and a bend in the elbows, also targets the lower chest muscles even more. Compared to dumbbells, cables offer more mechanical tension, not to mention are highly versatile. To do a high cable fly, first, set the handles at both ends of the cable machine at the highest level. Now, stand in the center with a staggered stance and firmly hold both handles. Lean your torso forward and your elbows slightly bent, all the while keeping your spine in a neutral position. With your core tight, pull both handles down and across your body and flex your chest muscles at the end of the movement. Slowly reverse to the start position as you maintain the bend in your elbows, and then repeat. Not exactly part of the popular clique of chest exercises, the dumbbell pullover is nonetheless a fantastic exercise for novice lifters and experienced bodybuilders alike, as it targets both the pecs and lat muscles. Number 7. Dumbell Pullover. This exercise is especially good for building bigger and stronger pectoralis major or lower chest muscles. I personally find dumbbell pullovers really good at strengthening the rib cage and serratus anterior muscle to build a complete chest and back. It's performed with dumbbells in your hands and is highly encouraged to start off using light or medium weights. You can then switch to heavy weights for extra resistance later on. Also, good shoulder mobility is required for this exercise, so if yours is on the weaker side, it's better to do warm-up exercises before performing it. To do a dumbbell pullover, lie flat on a bench and hold a dumbbell with both hands at arm's length above your chest. Slowly lower the weight behind your head as you keep your elbows and upper arms stationary. Pause once your triceps are parallel to the floor and then return to the starting position by pressing the dumbbell back up. Throughout the exercise, keep your core and glutes tight and squeeze those chest muscles. If the dumbbell pullover is one of the least known chest exercises, then the incline push-up, on the other hand, belongs to the opposite end of the spectrum. More details about it here. Number 8. Incline push-up. Want something you can easily do at home without any gym equipment? Incline push-up is the key. Unlike the traditional push-up that works the entire body and back, the incline variation involves placing your body at a certain angle so you're pushing both downwards and outwards. In turn, it does amazing things to your lower chest. You can use a chair, a bench, or a sturdy box to elevate your hands while your feet stay on the floor. To do an incline push-up, stand in front of the bench, chair, or box. Place your hands shoulder-width apart on the edge of the bench. Assume a plank position by extending your legs backward until they form a straight line with your back. Keep your weight on the balls of the feet. Now, slowly bend your arms to lower your chest toward the bench. Make sure to keep the elbows and arms close to your body. Finally, slowly push away from the bench, extending your arms but keeping your elbows slightly bent. Number 9. Stability Ball Push-Up. Once I mastered the basic push-ups, I took things to the next level by using the stability ball. You've seen or used a stability ball, I'm sure, but you may know it by its other names like exercise ball, Swiss ball, or balance ball. The addition of a stability ball activates the core muscle more than the standard push-up due to the unstable foundation. Because of the instability of the ball, it forces your abdominals to recruit more muscle fibers overall. Also, it's essentially a form of decline push-up, which is good for targeting the lower chest and stabilizing the shoulders. To do the stability ball push-up, assume a push-up position with your arms slightly wider than shoulder width apart and your feet up on a stability ball. For beginners, you can put your ankles and shins on the ball, but if you're strong enough, roll out to your toes. While keeping your hips in line with your body, bend your elbows to lower your chest towards the floor. Pause when your sternum is hovering over the ground and then press through your feet to straighten your elbows again. Between the incline push-up and the stability ball push-up, the latter has always been my favorite. Why, you ask? I love a little bit of a challenge. What about you? What's your top pick among all these lower chest exercises? Leave your answers in the comments below. Number 10. Decline cable press. I love this one. Very similar to a resistance machine chest press. It's really fun to do, and I can adjust it on which body part to target, be it the upper, middle, or lower chest by moving the position of the handles. For this exercise, you must place the handles in a way that they are slightly higher than your shoulders. The main point of this move is to perform it as a press, not a fly. To do a decline cable press, first set the bench to an upright position and place it in the middle of your cable station. Sit on the bench with your back firmly against the backrest, chest pushed out, and shoulders pulled back. Grasp the handles and position your hands just below chest level, maintaining a neutral wrist position. Plant your feet firmly on the floor and brace your abs without pressing your lower back into the backrest. Avoid arching throughout the exercise. Now, pull the handles forward and together until both of your hands are almost touching. Pause and then slowly bring the handles backwards, keeping your elbows raised. Pause when your fists are close to your shoulders. Now that I've given you an idea of which exercises to try, here are some rules regarding the number of sets and reps I recommend you do. Sets and reps. The rules of the same apply to all. Like any other body parts, I treat my lower chest the same way I do. I make sure to perform moderate reps with heavy weights for compound exercises while placing the high rep moves at the end of my routine. For free weight and compound exercises, I do 1 to 3 exercises consisting of 2 to 4 sets each and with 5 to 10 repetitions. For isolation exercises such as cable flies, I keep the repetitions higher, say at least 12 and a maximum of 20. Eye-popping aesthetic perks aside, you may be wondering how else can having a chiseled and strong lower chest benefit you? And yep, there are plenty of other advantages to it. Let me tell you about them then. Benefits of training the lower chest. Prevents muscle imbalance. Hitting your chest from all angles is great because this allows for an efficient development of your chest. Doing so will also help avoid any muscle imbalances between your pecs and the anterior front and posterior back sides. Having an imbalanced chest is one thing, but quite another to have a well-sculpted chest while your other body parts are clearly not yet at that same aesthetic level. More on this coming up in a bit. Boosts performance. Your pecs are your hugging muscle, and so their size and strength are even more important as they help you perform better in the sports department. Everything from hitting a tennis ball to throwing a football in baseball to tackling or fending off opponents can all see an improvement the more developed your lower chest muscles are. Better breathing. The chest muscles are attached to the rib cage, and we've learned from our elementary science lessons that the rib cage supports breathing through its contraction. Thus, the strengthening and lengthening of your chest muscles promotes deeper breathing by allowing the rib cage to do its job. Improves posture. The chest is one of the largest muscles in the upper body. As such, its length and strength play an essential role in supporting good posture by determining your shoulder position. Develop shoulder stability. Your pecs work to move your arm. They're responsible for lateral, vertical, and rotational movements of the shoulder joint. Therefore, it goes without saying that your pecs are critical to shoulder strength and mobility. To ensure that your shoulders can do their functions properly, you'll need to keep those lower chest muscles strong. Enhances functional movements. Daily activities like lifting, pushing, and carrying largely rely on chest strength. Whether it's pushing a door open, lifting bags, or carrying a child, a strong chest makes these everyday movements easier and less taxing on the body. prevents injury. A strong chest can also prevent injuries, especially in the shoulder region. With stronger chest muscles comes a much stabilized shoulder joint, thus reducing the risk of strains, sprains, and other upper body injuries. Since you stuck around until the last minute, here's that bonus exercise that's also helped me and my pecs get to where we are today. Number 11. Machine chest fly. Compared to the dumbbell chest fly, this one provides a more constant load on the chest muscles throughout the whole range of motion. It's a solid option for novices and those with lousy form since it has a fixed motion pattern to ensure your arms move correctly. To do a machine chest fly, first, place the handles at chest height and in line with your shoulders. Pick the weight, then sit down, making sure your head and back are firmly against the seat. Grab the handles with your palms facing each other and keep your shoulder blades back. Now, squeeze your chest muscles and push the handles together and in front of your chest. Maintain a slight bend in the elbows and shoulders pinned throughout. Slowly return the handles to the start. And there you go. Those are the quality exercises for your lower chest. But before you leave, I just want to tell you that you can also have an overall aesthetic body by making changes in your diet, lifestyle, and exercise routine. And the key information on that is in this next video, so make sure to watch it afterward.